Harley, I need you to listen. I'm trying to tell you something that I did. Slow motion for me, baby. Slow motion for me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Twist of Fate adventure. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the free things. So I am here today with Desmond Twist, and right on cue, his father Oscar is calling to chat. So I am going to have Desmond take a break from authenticating this artifact that he found in the jungles of San Salvador, and he's going to catch his father because he has a clue of what he is calling about. Now, his father is calling because let's jump over to his calendar. He's got a family gathering on the calendar. Let's jump over to his calendar. He's got a family gathering on the calendar for today. Now, this is something that Harley has put together because she is determined to go through all of the activities in the My Wedding Stuff Pack. Now, the catch is Desmond has been very, very clear. That he absolutely does not want to do these events because Desmond got stood up at the altar. Now, I'm not going to go through that again. Go back and check out episode 1 to see what happened. Harley is just, it seems like blatantly decided not to even consider Desmond's wishes. How long does it take to authenticate these artifacts? Well, the answer is quite a while. Desmond has been woohooing up Michelle Duran. That is his former fiance, the one who left him at the altar. Now, in the last episode, we got some very eye-opening news, and that news is that Michelle stood Desmond up at the altar because after being sick a few weeks before with the rare cow plant flu, she was told that she was sterile, or at least that she had a very, very low chance of having any biological children. Michelle, it's rare. 933 Somalians. It's a family gathering, and I think it starts at 6 p.m. Michelle apologized in the last episode. She disclosed that news of not being able to have biological children. Desmond had talked about that a lot during their relationship because, they would be out, you see kids playing at parks, and he's like, I can't wait to have our own children someday. Michelle, as she got older, realized, well, gosh, I never gave him the chance to say whether that was going to be an issue for him or not. In that moment, she was young. She was much younger. This was 18 years ago. It affected her worldview because all she could think about was she just felt robbed because of her potential inability to have children. She never could get to the thought process of adoption or anything else. So this is poor and common, so we will sell that. Desmond has been authenticating artifacts that he found in the jungles of San Salvador, and he sells them to supplement his income from the hotel. Desmond does need to come and check on the horses because we just had a little glitch. Oh, the ranch hand is at least out here. The hay feeder's looking great, so they should be okay. They always are talking about a ball, but I think they just never have enough space to play. Well, they actually have plenty of space with the ball. I'm gonna have Desmond come down and ask Frosty to play. That's his adopted horse, and she just gets upset quite a bit. Her temperament's not the best. You can see the horses out here. This is one of the guests at our hotel, Mika Craig. It looks like this is broken, so I'm hoping Desmond could fix it before he leaves. But it says it's raining, but I don't see any rain. And I purposely put it under this so with windbreak. I'll just have to have him check back later. The hotel is not hopping today, so we're going to assume that most of the guests are either in their rooms or have actually gone out to different events around town. But Desmond is going to try to get Frosty over here to play. Let's see, she is coming through. It's like she can't reach it, but she has so much space. I'm going to have Desmond try again. Ugh, really? That animation is gross. I mean, realistic if you've ever seen it, but gross. So I just want Desmond to come and talk to his horse Sandy. He wants to swim. I just don't know if he's got time. I'll try to tell him because it is water fun day. Desmond has been thinking about getting a slip and slide for the hotel, but he just doesn't think he has enough space right now. So we'll see about that at some other time. Desmond has been thinking about a lot of things because going back to Michelle, the question is, he has woohoo with Michelle twice now. No, 3 times. he is a loyal sim. So him cheating on Harley, because that is who he's engaged to, even though sometimes he feels like he's cheating on Michelle. But at the very least, he feels like he is being unfair to Michelle and to Harley. Harley is an interesting character, and she is mostly doing these things because she wants to impress people on social media and outdo her friends on social media. That horse just bit the other horse, Frosty. She just bit Sandy. I don't know why she bit him, but she did. Harley is questionable, but I just feel like, and maybe this is how I feel in real life, if you're not happy somewhere, it's okay to move on, but cheating is probably not the best way to handle it. And that said, I don't judge people, but it's just how I feel about it. Differences of opinions people can have. But Desmond should be making a decision. If he doesn't want anything serious with Michelle, he needs to tell her that. If he doesn't want anything to do with Harley, he should have ended it before all of this time, because they have been woohoo buddies, and that's what keeps him around, because that's what he likes about Harley. We'll see with this family gathering, so we'll pause here. We'll be right back. We are here at the party, and all the guests got scared out in the hallway, so they're out there talking about something. I don't know what they saw. I didn't see a ghost or anything, but Harley did go out there to try to find out what's going on. They are having it at Harley's apartment, and Desmond was, oh, there's Miles. Miles came. He is a guest. Oh, after Desmond was at Jai's house in Tartosa, Jai did tell Desmond about the wonderful food stand, Marcella's food stand, from my series Flavorful Dreams. That's in the Whims series. Check it out. Desmond got to eat there, and he's a foodie. He loves to cook. He loves to eat. He was just amazed, and Miles had given him some words of wisdom. It was storming. He invited Miles to the party because they just kind of chatted since then. Desmond is here because he got here and Harley told him I didn't cook, and he was surprised she wanted to have it here. But again, he's not really been included in the planning. So she told him about lobster and everything you need when you cooked it for me in the past. So I need you to cook some lobster for the party. Desmond is cooking lobster because Harley would like high-end type foods. And after that, he's going to cook a Sim City cheesecake because the people need to have a celebration feast and dance. Desmond is just cooking because no need in complaining about that part. But he is looking around. I hope this is not too loud, by the way. And my editing software I use crashed and burned for good. It won't even let me log in. So I had to switch to a new recorder and also a new editing software. In it, I noticed that my Sims were much lower than in the old one, and I was not able to turn them up as much, so I had to turn them up in game. Hopefully it's not too loud. If so, please forgive me and I'll do better next time. That said, back to gameplay. Desmond is like, where's Harley's parents? Because one thing is, she had not told her parents about him. Now we know that we saw her tell them, but she did not tell Desmond that. Another thing about Harley, she's not the best communicator. His dad, Oscar's here. Everybody else is kind of hanging out in the hallway, and I kind of wish they would come over. Yeah, let's try to call the group over. You don't know what my waiting story is. Sometimes it'll never time out even after you do all the things, and other times it does. At this point, Desmond knows that he's made a dumb decision. Harley proposed to him multiple times. He should have just said no. However, that is not what he did. And at this point, he's wondering if he should break it off. Should he just follow through with it? Because it's not like, oh, it was a ghost. She's in the bed. That's not Harley's bed. That's not the master bedroom. But she's still in the spare bedroom. Some people are eating the lobster. It is excellent quality. You can see that lobster looks amazing. And oh, the ghost is breaking things. Now everyone's afraid of the storm. Frances came. She's been very supportive of Desmond. So that is a Sim City cheesecake. Desmond's just gonna call everybody in and say, hey, let's eat. He was able to catch them in the parking lot. They felt like the food was taking too long, and boy, have I been there before. It's like, what time did y'all say we're eating? This is a pretty lively party. One thing I have noticed is that I haven't seen Harley, and I do think that, oh, there she is. I think she's been staying as far away from Desmond as possible. Dang, they ate all the cheesecake. Goodness, we know Miles loves a good meal. She has been avoiding Desmond at this party because she told him that her family would show up, and yet they are not here. Desmond's a little bit upset about that. Harley's very picky with her radio stations. It's not a lot she would listen to, so he's just gonna put some smooth R&B on. He knows Harley does not like R&B like that. They are telling jokes about pranks. I mean, it's really a good time right now. The pregnant lady, oh, calm down, girl. Calm down. Then we're going to see if we can get everybody dancing before it's time to go. Desmond just needs to make some decisions because the things he's doing is just playing. He actually got a text from Michelle because she just feels like she thought they were in a different place. The first time Michelle took it as what it was, although it hurt her feelings, she still felt like, okay, I knew he was engaged because he told me, and that was her bad because she knew what was up. Oh, the Craigs, they left the resort early, so we did get a $750 settlement. So she just felt like Desmond's playing with her now, and she doesn't want to be played with now. Over here, Harley has decided to dance, and you can see she's not the best at it, and Jai is going off. So I'm going to assume that Harley said something that ticked him off, and that's not unusual. Desmond is dancing. Harley had been peeping him out over here on this phone texting, and she's been getting suspicious. The only reason she hasn't questioned it too much is I don't know if Harley really cares if Desmond is cheating or not. One thing that I know Harley worries about is if somebody on social media got wind, because she's definitely been just posting that. Now, it is the lottery day. Our lottery is going to be for 20,000 simoleons. He's going to purchase a ticket. My Sims hit the lottery. Instead of the million simoleons, I cheated to whatever it said. Desmond is catching Harley, and he's asking her, can they sit down and talk? Because he's telling her that he wants her to know something. She's got a feeling that it's not anything good. So, as is Harley, she turns on the charm, right? She leads with the woohoo because she knows that that part is good and that works. She doesn't have the emotional capacity for something too deep. So, they're going to come here and sit down. Let's turn this radio off. He's gonna have a meaningful conversation about life choices. Now, he's not gonna mention Michelle, but Desmond has every intent to tell Harley that he did woohoo with someone else. So Harley's going to interrupt real quick because she thinks that Desmond is asking why her parents aren't there. She did invite her father, but she didn't invite her mother. But her mother found out because she was snooping through her father's phone. She let him know that if I'm not going, you're not going. And he doesn't know if he can marry her if he doesn't meet them. Now, to him, it would be different if she did not have a relationship with her parents. But he's also thought in the past that it might help him understand her. She is going down this rabbit hole. And so he is going to try to interject again to reflect on his life choices. She's saying she can't wait to be married. She can't wait to post about it on social media. Harley, I need you to listen. I'm trying to tell you something that I did. And Harley's interjecting with singing. She's like, no, she does not want to hear it. She probably knows, but at this point, she doesn't want to let anything ruin her wedding. We're going to pause here and we will be back. We are back, and Desmond is visiting this unit to try to do some work on it. He wants to be a 5-star property owner. In case I didn't say it this episode, Twist of Fate is a Whims based series. Whims includes fears and aspirations as well. We do have a vacancy. We'll upgrade the mini fridge. Every room has a mini fridge. And I'm just hoping to upgrade enough things to be able to get one of these to a 5-star property. Desmond is tired and he is going to get ready to go home. But before he goes to take a nap, he is going to contact Michelle. He wants to talk to her. He knows that she thinks that he's playing. I am back and I added these window treatments around these pieces and hopefully that'll boost our unit rating. He's talking to Michelle now, and what he's doing is just telling her he wants to fly her out and he wants to talk to her. Harley's calling. Keegan Grove and I were planning to spend some casual friend time together. Should I do it? And now Desmond feels like Harley's playing games. So he's going to say, to be honest, I'm not sure. Basically, he's telling her, make your own decision. Like I said, Harley knows that Desmond was about to tell her something she didn't want to hear. And the biggest concern for her was not that, oh, this is the love of my life. The biggest concern was that, well, what happens to my wedding? She also knows that Desmond was not happy at all about her parents not being there. We've got bugs on this plant, so Desmond is going to spray this plant because he doesn't want it to spread. Then he's going to go to bed because Michelle did agree to meet with him. Desmond is having to get up early this morning. He is going to get some leftovers because he wants to eat from low motives. He's up early. For one, he's a little anxious about seeing Michelle today because she is flying out. He's flying her out. I just noticed the paper towels on this cabinet. I love that he got a notice of a electrical failure and he's got to take care of it right now in Unit 2. Oh gosh, it's bad here. We are in Tranquility Unit 2, and Desmond is just going to fix up these things, and I hope it will boost our unit rating. Now we can allow the next guest on our list to come to Hotel Tranquility, and that's Andrade. Not really sure. Let's see who they look like. Oh, Alexa, she's beautiful. Oh, your unit rating went up. So once he finishes, he's going to be home to get a little rest before Michelle comes. Is this one of the hotel guests in our house? Desmond cannot get rest for anything. He's trying to get rest. Oh my gosh, something exploded. Get up, Desmond. Desmond was just trying to get some rest before Michelle got here, and this is turning into a disaster. He's just going to mitigate his losses and go for a jog. He wants to fulfill an aspirational goal. I'm going to pin it. Yes, his dad wants to talk. So let's see here. Oh, slow motion for me, baby. Slow motion for me. Oh, no, Frosty. 5 out of 8 on the feeder. Let's fix the horse barrels. Oh, you know what? I can send the horses for horse training. I do temperament because his horse, that's all he needs is temperament skill. So let me send Frosty. Frosty could work on agility. Now I see Mother Francis here. Desmond's wondering was Michelle in Tomarang because she doesn't just do pop-up visits. This guy, what? He's here for another shower. Is he even a guest? This guy is not a guest here. This is the ranch hand. I don't want to fire him, but I just want to tell him to stop showering in our apartment. Mother Francis did tell him that Michelle stopped at the store. Oh, here she is. And Harley's calling. I followed your advice and chose not to spend time with Keegan Grove. That's not what Desmond told her. So Desmond is going to come up and hug Michelle. He had an awkward social encounter with Mother Francis. So while we weren't looking, she just let him know, I know what you and my granddaughter have been doing, and I just came to look you in the eye and tell you not to play with her heart. She let him know that she has been there. Oh, that was a romantic hug. That she had been there supporting him, but she won't stand by while he plays around. So Desmond is just telling a funny story to Michelle, and Michelle's just looking like, okay, Desmond. So he is going to whip up a seafood paella for Michelle because she loves it. She just wants him to be real about what's happening. I wish this ranch hand, like, what is happening? She is like, who is this strange guy here? So what she's going to do, oh, the sink is broke, but look, they're going to have to talk. She's going to tell him that she thought they were soulmates, and she knows she's done all the apologizing that she's going to do, but she's letting him know that he needs to clean up his mess, and he's acknowledging that he does. He has her heart. She's just telling him that it's starting to hurt her that he is still going forward with these wedding events, which he kind of wonders how she knows. She's just telling him that he needs to figure out his life. She's saying that she's setting a firm line. She's leaving. So Desmond is trying to catch her. Desmond was able to catch Michelle and convince her to come back up. And he is telling her that he's made some decisions and he wants to be with her. She wants to believe it, but at this point, she feels like she was wrong in the past, but Desmond is playing now. He's got her a gift. She can't believe that he was thinking about her. They are embracing. Michelle is forgetting herself. In this moment, she is forgetting that Desmond is still having events with Harley. Her and her grandmother don't talk much about Desmond. That's their boundary, but her grandmother felt obligated to tell her, Michelle, you know, I did send you there. I know you didn't know he owned the hotel, but he's still doing these wedding events with his fiance. But Michelle feels like she knows that she needs to stand by what she's said, and that is make a decision, Desmond, or don't. But she's done. But in this moment, she feels like if he got her this beautiful bracelet, surely he's meaning what he's saying. Desmond has told her that he is going to break things off with Harley. Desmond is going to initiate some woohoo, but we are going to leave the episode here. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye-bye.